Hello guys and girls listening to this is Rija, and today as usual we're gonna check a subreddit community. Today's subreddit community is r/Tifu, and if you don't know what Tifu means, it means today I f***ed up. Basically these are stories of people making mistakes, effing things up. It's one of the biggest subreddit communities with more than 14 million subscribers, so it has a lot of funny stories, which I'll be reading to you and hopefully you will like them. So well, without further ado, let's start. Tifu by living in a dark bedroom for 6 years. The overhead fan in our bedroom uses one of those compact halogen light bulbs. 6 years ago the bulb burned out and got really dim, just barely a glow. I bought a replacement bulb, but when I put that one in, it was also barely lighting up, so I realized the unit was bad. The fan still worked great. It literally is the best fan I have ever had because it moves a ton of air and is super quiet. The fan had also been a gift when we moved into our house. The unit cost over $400, so I didn't really want to replace it even though our bedroom doesn't get much natural light, so it's pretty dark. So since then, over the years, my wife and I have had to make do with no overhead light. We open the windows during the day and at night use a combination of bedside lamps and the bathroom light. It's never really as good of lighting as an overhead lamp, so I keep some flashlights up there for when we are cleaning or looking for something, etc. After 6 years of living in the dark, this winter I just decided I will replace the damn thing. But before I did, I decided to try one last time with another bulb because, however unlikely, it's possible both bulbs I had tried were bad. So I'm up there installing the new bulb, grab the remote, the fan has a remote, and as I'm turning the light on I realize the goddamn thing is dimmable. For 6 years we lived with the inconvenience of no overhead light, and the whole time it was just because the damn thing was set to dim. Me. Too long, didn't read. For 6 years I lived with no bedroom light because the overhead lamp was broken, but turns out it was fine and it was just set to the dim setting the whole time. Tifu by buying everyone an Ancestry DNA kit and ruining Christmas. Earlier this year, Ancestry DNA had a sale on their kit. I thought it would be a great Christmas idea, so I bought 6 of them for Christmas presents. Today, my family got together to exchange presents for our Christmas Eve tradition, and I gave my mom, dad, brother, and 2 sisters each a kit. As soon as everyone opened their gift at the same time, my mom started freaking out. She told us how she didn't want us taking them because they had unsafe chemicals. We explained to her how there were actually no chemicals, but we could tell she was still flustered. Later, she started trying to convince us that only one of us kids needs to take it since we will all have the same results, and to resell extra kits to save money. Fast forward, our parents have been fighting upstairs for the past hour, and we are downstairs trying to figure out who has a different dad. Too long, didn't read. I bought everyone in my family Ancestry DNA kit for Christmas. My mom started freaking. Now our parents are fighting and my dad might not be my dad. Update. Thank you so much for all the love and support. My sisters, brother and I have not yet decided if we are going to take the test. No matter what the results are, we will still love each other and our parents no matter what. Update 2. Christmas isn't ruined. My FU actually turned into a Christmas miracle. Turns out my sister's father passed away shortly after she was born. A good friend of my mom's was able to help her through the darkest time in her life, and they went on to fall in love and create the rest of our family. They never told us because of how hard it was for my mom. Last night she was strong enough to share stories and photos with us for the first time, and it truly brought us even closer together as a family. This is a Christmas we will never forget, and yes, we are all excited to get our test results. Merry Christmas everyone. P.S. Sorry, my mom isn't a no, you are not my daddy. So I know this is a Christmas story and it's very likely that you are watching this on a normal day, like not Christmas, but if it's Christmas when you're watching this, Merry Christmas. Tifu by fixing my in-laws PC and discovered they aren't the same kink as my wife. So I work in IT repair, PC, tablets, mobile phones, that sort of thing. Which means, as anyone in the field can attest, means giving free tech support to family and friends. So about 2 weeks ago, I'm at my wife's parents' house, taking a look at their sick desktop in return for having my father-in-law service my car. He's a mechanic. Anyway, father-in-law comes back inside for a coffee break and is asking me questions about how to sell stuff on eBay. I fire up a browser window, head to eBay and log into his account. My eyes immediately lock onto the fact in the recently viewed items are an assortment of horses riding crops. My mind logs this as odd somewhere in the back of my brain and moves on with the tutorial. My father-in-law finishes his coffee and heads back out to my car. I return to cleaning up his PC and scans, etc. Find a few things that are tied back to a bunch of adult websites. Now, normally, after a decade of dealing with people's PCs, I have a very no judgment stance with this sort of stuff. At least the eBay searches for riding crops make sense. But my mind chose that moment to remind me that my wife has somewhat recently revealed that she's kinda into that sort of thing. We recently had a dirty weekend away where she revealed that she had recently purchased an assortment of paddles, whips, restraints and things that vibrate. Thanks 50 Shades, I guess. Not complaining, if it gets her off, I'll just try about anything at least once. And now, from that day forward, whenever things have gotten a little spicy in the bedroom, there is a part of my brain that's thinking, do you know that your parents are into this stuff too? I am sure my wife does not have any knowledge of this, and to learn of it will mortify her to the point that we'll never be intimate again. Tifu by asking a co-worker to make a baby with me. I was in Nashville at our corporate headquarters and I was there with this woman I have only ever talked to on Skype and WebEx. We had some lame team building exercise that had to do with Dr. Rose, Dr. Buckley, Pyro and solving world hunger or curing a disease. Her and I got paired up. I was being a goofball like I normally am and had her laughing. After the exercise she was asking about my personal life. Do you have kids? She asked. No, but my girlfriend does and they are really awesome, I replied. Oh, I just think you will be a really fun dad. Now, I'm 37 and since my girlfriend already has kids who have an active dad in their life, the odds of me ever having kids of my own are rapidly diminishing. This statement took me off guard, so silence happened for a few seconds, to which my brain started to panic to say anything. So what my asshole brain said was, oh, that's sweet, do you want to go make one real quick? She got all blushy and flustered and said, no, I'm happily married to my husband. Only after that response did I realize that I just asked my coworker if I could impregnate her, and my wonderful body of a brain came up with this attempt at a save. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I don't know how babies are made. Is there an app for that? I have been kicking myself ever since. Too long, didn't read. I asked a coworker to have a baby with me because I got flustered and didn't know what else to say. I totally understand this dude. Like when I'm nervous I usually say dumb stuff too. Especially when there are awkward silences. Tifu by letting our dog hang out while we did the dirty. So my girlfriend has been working early mornings all week due to some staff shortages, and even though we have been feeling frisky all week, we haven't had the time. So when Friday night rolls around, we are raring to go. Usually our dog hates being near us when we are rolling in the sheets, literally. Because there is nowhere for her to lie on the bed. So her thing is that she crawls up in her doggy bed and waits for it all to blow over before coming back onto the bed for cuddles. Sparing everyone the details, the foreplay is pretty good. Unfortunately, it's a little too good as for some reason our dog starts getting concerned and maybe thinks that our sounds are distress calls or something. She hops onto the bed and starts licking my girlfriend's face. It's cute until she decides to start to lick mine. In a fit of, oh no, I can't let her lick my lips because then I can't kiss my girlfriend anymore madness, I reflexively back away and knee my girlfriend's nether regions in the process. She rolls over in pain, but she's cry laughing and both of us just are lost at how absurd this has been. Meanwhile, our dog, oblivious to it all, is having the time of her life as my girlfriend is dying of pain and I try my best to comfort her. Needless to say, I didn't get any last night. We'll try again tonight, but I will keep the dog in her crate as a precaution. Tifu by not looking before I sat down. Floor 8 of the place of my employment inside the men's restrooms. I'm sitting there doing my sit down business because boss makes $1, I make a dime. I've just finished the dirty work and I'm about to perform my ablutions, but I delay it because it's a paid to thing. Checking around on Reddit a bit. At this point I feel something jump onto my balls, something I had never hoped I will ever experience, let alone talk about on the internet. I shriek. Not a barbarian shriek, not a Viking shriek, psycho shower scene shriek. A huntsman spider has crawled out of the toilet bowl and jumped onto my low hanging fruit. I bat the spider off, smacking myself in the nuts, keel over in pain. Spider dead, good news. My Banshee will has not gone unanswered, bad news. Someone comes into the bathroom and knocks on the stall door. Mate, are you alright? Have you fallen over? I will call an ambulance. No, fine. Everything is good, just slipped, fine. No need to call an ambulance, you can leave now. I flush the world's smallest predator to try and retain some of my inner pride, wash my hands and make the very long walk back to my desk. My manager's desk isn't too far from the bedrooms and he comes up to me afterwards. What happened in there? Is everyone alright? Yeah, everyone's fine. And then I make the dumbest decision of my life and explain to him what had happened. And the audacity of the man, he laughs so hard he has to sit down so he doesn't hurt himself. His hyena / Kokabura hybrid laughter has gotten the attention of some of the other members of my team. They are looking to get in on the funny joke. Bossman whizzes, get him to tell them holy sh**. And because I'm incredibly susceptible to peer pressure, I tell them, like a gimp. I'm gonna skip past most of the laughter because it went on for what felt like forever. I come back from lunch and Bossman and 2 other members of my team come up to me as I'm sitting back down at my desk, getting ready to get back to work. Bossman is holding a piece of paper. Look, we need to have a chat about something. I have brought 2 of your friends in the team as support since this is obviously not something that's easy to talk about. I am confused. I have a blank HR report here. I'll need you to fill this out. You confided into me that you were harassed in the workplace and it's my duty of care to make sure the poopy traitor is brought to justice. Under the space where it says, which hand did they assault you with, just put X8. We understand this is a traumatic experience for you and I just want you to know that every resource we have is here for you. That's such a troll boss.